I'm just disappointed. I really thought Ed was going to do a good job. But I think that people don't know is that they see one side of Ed, but Ed is a very passionate person. I don't know him that well personally. Played against him late in his career, and you've heard me say it, Skip, I think he's the greatest safety to ever play the game. His ball skills, his understanding of the game sets him apart from a lot of great ones, and I played against a lot of great safeties in my time. But I just think the thing is, Skip, most HBCUs, I don't want to say all, but a lot of HBCUs, Skips, are underfunded, and they don't have the resources. I just hope, I don't know what Ed thought. That ain't to you, Ed. That's not a Power 5, bro. They don't have donors that donate $20 and $30, $40 million and give back, and they got these big endowments. That's not what HBCUs, they don't have that, Skip. I just hope and hope when Ed toured BC, Bethune-Cookman, that he got an opportunity to see it all, Skip. Yep. You know how you see the postcard, you get a postcard of New York, and they see you the Statue of Liberty, and they see you all the good stuff. But if you've ever been to New York on your own, you know that postcard ain't what New York is all about. If you go to Vegas, Skip, what they show you? The Strip, you see the Bellagio and the Wynn and Resorts World and all these. But when you leave the Strip, it don't look like the postcard that you got in the mail from your friend that went to Vegas.
But unfortunately, Bethune doesn't have a Strip, right?
No, but maybe Ed.
Yeah.
Ed, what are they thinking? Most HBCUs are like this.
That's a fact.
And that's the thing. But I get Ed's passion, and I get that, I asked them to clean the offices, and I get my guys. Yeah. But I just wish he had gone to admin. I wish he hadn't gone public with it, put it on IG Live. Just go to admin and say, guys, this is unacceptable. I shouldn't have to have my players picking up trash. Yep. I shouldn't have to have my players doing X, Y, and Z. This is the responsibility of the institution to do said things. Now we see the protests with the students saying, yeah, these conditions are not suitable for an institution of higher learning. It's just not. It's bad. It's bad and it's good. It's bad that Ed's not going to get this job, but it's good because it's shining light on a situation that needed light shined on. And if he said he talked to Time should have, Coach Sanders should have told him what it was like, because he knew what it was like when he went to Jackson. He knew it. So you can call any coach. Yeah. Prairie View, Alcorn, it's probably worse at those institutions than at BC.
I hear you.
So, Skip, that's sad. But I think if Ed would have given it time, kind of like the Jackson State situation with Coach Prime, I think some improvements would have been able to be made. But it can't happen overnight, Ed. And I know as an athlete, Skip, we used to, okay, hey, I can change that. I didn't play good this game. Guess what? I'm going to play better next game, and the outcome will be different. It doesn't work like that when something has systematically been broken for an extensive period of time.
You're going to help me walk back through this. Okay. Because I'm a little lost on how it came to this, because it didn't need to come to this.
No, it didn't.
So one of the great African-American columnists this country's ever had, Bill Rhoden, with whom I worked on the show The Sports Reporters many times in the past, he wrote that this turned into a fiasco, and it did.
It did.
It was a fiasco. And then Shalise Manzi-Young on Yahoo wrote of Ed Reed, you can't go in guns blazing with what looks like a savior complex and expect the Institute to genuflect and make immediate changes. It's unclear whether Reed did his homework before pursuing the job at BCU. And truly understood the realities of what he was entering into.
Correct.
But all evidence points to him being unaware.
Yes.
Well, he arrives, they make an announcement, we got him. And I'm like, great.
Right.
Maybe we got another Dion the Second going here. Maybe we can repeat history at Jackson State. And yet, time starts to pass, and all of a sudden, Ed starts going on, IG Live, and just blasting, profanely blasting what's not there.
Yeah, you can't.
And I'm thinking, why would you announce that he's your new head coach and you don't have a deal?
Right, you haven't signed the contract.
Yeah, at one point, he even went IG Live. I can leave. I don't even have a contract. I'm thinking, you can?
Right.
What happened? How could you not get that deal done?
Right.
And how could you not know what you were getting into before you got into it?
Yes.
Was this like your first visit there and they announced you were the new head coach?
Exactly. Yeah, it seems like, Skip, it seems like a lot. Now, I don't think it's an egregious ask to say, can I get my office clean?
No, it's not at all.
But
no, I got it.
But there was some damage due to flooding a couple of months ago.
Well, they got hit by the hurricane.
Right.
And they have some mold issues. And now the students are protesting. In part, they were inspired by Ed's IG Lives, and they're protesting the mold in the dorm.
Yes.
Good for them.
Yes. But I believe in time, Skip. I mean, to come in and says, okay, right now, everything, start tearing down this and tearing down that and building this up. With what?
Yeah. Okay, so another great, Eddie George, against whom you played in a huge playoff game in Nashville.
Tennessee State.
He is now the Tennessee State head coach. And his quote was, "It's frustrating. He didn't understand exactly what he was getting himself into."
No possible.
Okay, we got it. Eddie is making the point, I have to stay the course here for the sake of the kids. Now, his son is going to go to Tennessee State as a defensive lineman. I think he's pretty good.
Yes.
So it's sort of like Shadur and Deion's kids playing for him. But Tennessee State has hung in there. They were due some land grant money that the state withheld from them, and now they've finally busted the state over this. And I think they're due about $250 million in land grant money that has been
allocated to them.
It's been stolen from them over the years.
Yes.
Okay, so now if you can hang in and hang on till you get that kind of funding, maybe you can start turning this into something at Tennessee State.
Yes.
Okay, Deion is so charismatic. He went in and before I know it, he's got Walmart coming in and building a new practice field.
Yes.
Well, good.
Yes, and that, Skip, that's what he was able to do, that he was able to take some of his partners, the Walmarts, the American Airlines. He got Strahan and his company to donate some clothes. He got Under Armour. Skip, how many different uniforms you see Jackson State have? Like every year, every week they coming out with a new uni. I mean, they was the Oregon of the South because every week they had a new uni. But he was able to parlay his partnership and leverage that for Jackson State. Now, everybody ain't Deion. Everybody ain't Prime.
No.
But Skip,
even Ed's not Prime.
No. But it's going to take time, Skip. It takes time. You think you can change something that's been in effect for 100 years, and you can't. No. It's just like with anything. We think we want results overnight because that's what society has become. Skip, I can change my fortune. I can go right up here to the convenience store, play the lottery, and my life is forever changed.
It would.
But it doesn't work like that in the real world, in real life situations when you're dealing with something like this. I agree, there's no possible way. Ed did his homework, toured this facility, and thought that he could get this done in a week or 2 weeks or a month. There's no way.
So then Ed lashed out again and put Deion in something of an awkward position by saying, Deion offered me the Jackson State job before I came here. Well, Deion endorsed T.C. Taylor off his staff after the bowl game.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And T.C., to my knowledge, is going forward as
he's going forward to Jackson State. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He actually played there.
Yes.
He's from Mississippi, so it's a great fit.
Yes. Yes.
Again, is he Deion? No, but Deion, he rebuilt a new mold there.
But he left some of the inner workings of how you go about it, how you need to talk to the boosters, and you go out and try to raise money and talk in the community. And Tom did a great job. Tom is great. He's great at speaking. Yes. He's great at getting people into a room, and the next thing you know, they don't even realize they are $1,000 or $1,500 less because they've given to a cause they didn't have no intention to give it to before he got there.
He's got some charismatic preacher in him.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He can move people.
Yes.
To open their wallets.
Exactly.
Okay. So the point is, then even Ed throws out, Grambling wanted me. Okay. We get it, but Bethune needs you.
Right.
That was the point.
Right.
Bethune needed you, but you're going to start at stage one. You know, you're going to walk in there and it's going to look terrible.
Yes.
And I get you. You should have been able to clean out the coach's office, but it didn't seem like they even had a deal yet.
But the thing was, Skip, you don't have to put the institution on blast to get your office clean. Yeah. You could have gone to the administration. It says, I don't think that's too much to ask to have my office clean. Oh. My players shouldn't have to pick up trash. That's not. They're not custodians. They're not. We don't have a janitorial service. I just think Skip, everybody wants to put everything on, so everything ain't meant to be aired in the public's eye. No. I understand that some things happen and they're caught by the public and it's on camera, but I just believe Ed and the institution could have handled this behind closed doors. Mm-hmm. And then whichever direction they chose to go in, It's behind closed doors.
Okay, even blasted the system there because Reggie Theus is the head basketball coach. I know Reggie from his days at UNLV.
I think it's the AD also.
But what I'm saying, that's what, then Ed blasted that. You can't have the head basketball coach be the AD. That's all you got. That's what it is right now.
How much money do you think they got? You're not in Georgia. No. Well, you got an AD, a D-line coach, an O-line coach, a linebackers coach, a safety coach, a corners coach.
I can't believe how many are on those staffs.
Yeah.
I look around, they got like 30 coaches.
Yes.
Lord.
Yeah, but Skip, when you get $100 million every year given by boosters, you can have that many on your staff.
It's almost like one coach per player it's getting to.
Man, look here.
Not here.
Position. I mean, you might coach two positions. I'm sure it's better now. But Skip, I used to get when I was at Denver, Skip, like if the tape got down to a certain level, they would just throw it. I would Greek, don't throw that away. And all the unused tape pre-wraps.
Well, because you know what it feels like not
and
to
send
have
it back send it back to Savannah State.
I got it. How many coaches did you have at Savannah State on your staff? Can you remember? Besides your head coach.
We had a receiver coach, running back coach, O-line coach.
Coordinator?
It had a D coordinator who was the linebackers coach, a DB coach, and a D-line coach.
Okay, well, it's not bad, but it's not Georgia.
We didn't have a safeties coach, an outside linebackers coach, an inside linebackers coach, a D-end coach, a D-tackle coach. You know, we didn't run game. No, we didn't have all that. No, hell no.
And nobody was making $1 million.
Maybe 80,000. The head coach might have made 80,000.
That's right.
Skip, we run out of pre-wrap. Skip, we would have to go steal toilet paper from where we go to classes at and use that as pre-wrap. That's what we had.
What you had, and that's what Bethune had.
Yeah, I mean, but it was like I was like, man, I bet you Grambling got it so much better than us. I bet South Carolina State got it. Hell no, they were doing the same thing we was doing.
Yep.
But it drove me. I was like, I went to see my brother and saw how they got breakfast on Friday, and they got fried chicken and pizza on Friday afternoon, and they got breakfast every morning, and they got all the gum. Skip, man, I walked out of there. I bet you I stole about 50 packs of the chewing gum. Okay, I ain't never seen that much gum.
Here's my bottom line to this. Over the years, the HBCUs have provided the NFL with a whole bunch of stars, a whole bunch. That's all I know for sure.
Skip, go look at the first round, the first couple of entries into the Hall of Fame, and see where they came from. They ain't come from Michigan. They ain't come from Nebraska and Oklahoma.
No.
They came from the Maryland-Eastern Shores, the Gramblings, the Southerns, the Jackson States, the Alcorns, the Prairie Views.
They did.
Yeah, the Howards, the Hamptons, that's where they came from.
Thank you.
And then they realized, hold on, did you see that talent they got? What do you think, Al Davis? Go look at.
He knew. Yep.
Gene Upshaw, Art Shell.
He knew.
All those guys.
Bethune's interim president, guys, posted a letter on the school's website to, quote, close the chapter on Ed Reed. Supposedly, the new football coach will be announced in the next 7 to 10 days. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.